Hey guys, welcome to my first hero overview for Total War Warhammer. In this first episode we're taking a look at the Skin Wolf Wereskin, one of the new heroes for Norsca. Skin Wolves are one of the many dark horrors created by the ruinous powers of chaos. A man does not simply transform into a Skin Wolf, instead the inner wolf rips its way from the body of the man, which is left in a terrible state of flaps of skin and chunks of blood. What's left is a brutal beast hungry for blood and battle. The most powerful Skin Wolves are named Skin Wolf Wereskin and they are available as a hero unit in the game. In this video we will take a detailed look at this creature, starting with his abilities and skills on a campaign map. You are able to recruit the Skin Wolf heroes from the Beast Packs building chain. The only building you need here is the Werewolf Dens, which you are able to construct very early in the campaign. Maintaining a Skin Wolf Wereskin will cost you 206 talents a turn, which is pretty reasonable and even cheaper than a normal Skin Wolves unit. As a melee specialist, the Skin Wolf has a couple of powerful abilities on the campaign map. They are first of all able to inspire your populace, which increases public order. In my opinion, one of the most useful abilities for a hero in the campaign. This makes them also able to discourage the enemy's population, lowering public order for them. You can perform two actions against enemy cities as well. You can either storm the garrison, inflicting damage to all defending units, or assault the garrison, which will deal more damage but only to a single target. Decent abilities, but the Skin Wolf is unfortunately not able to damage walls or any other powerful abilities like that. Against enemy forces you have the option to demoralize the army, lowering morale, assault the units, dealing damage to all enemies, and you are able to assassinate the enemy's general. Finally, the hero is obviously able to spread chaos corruption and he's able to join one of your armies. Some pretty standard abilities, but things get a little more unique when we take a look at the skill tree. First of all, we have the usual yellow and blue skill trees. The yellow one will increase the hero's stats and the blue one improves and unlocks campaign abilities. Nothing special here. The Skin Wolf does have access to 3 unique ones at the top though. The Aura of Chaos will grant 10% missile resistance, Razor Claws will increase armor piercing damage by 15 and Hardened Skin will grant a massive plus 15 melee defense bonus. These red skills here are also quite unique. You can either choose Twisted Flesh or Vicious Assault. When choosing one, the other will lock, as you can see here. Twisted Flesh unlocks an ability that grants plus 6 armor to all nearby units and the Skin Wolf itself. This can be increased to Ruinous Flesh, which will increase the buff and add extra missile resistance. Vicious Assault gives him more offensive ability, plus 8 melee attack for all nearby units, which can be upgraded to plus 16 and a pretty good charge bonus increase. It's clear that the skill tree pushes you to use this hero on the battlefield, as there are some really good stat buffs and abilities here. Let's take a look at the statistics for the Skin Wolf in custom and multiplayer battles. These are just the base stats. In the campaign you're obviously able to upgrade these with the skills you just saw. The Skin Wolf features a very offensive stat line. 70 armor and 70 leadership is great, and the weapon strength of 420 is amazing, especially considering the armor piercing damage of 280 and the extra bonus versus large. AP damage dealing heroes are actually really rare. Only the Gorebull, Master Engineer, Banshee and the Skin Wolf have access to these special attacks. The Skin Wolf also has great melee attack and a good charge bonus, but another standout stat is his speed. The wolf actually uses all 4 legs, which makes him incredibly fast on the battlefield, almost as fast as an armored cavalry unit like Empire Knights. It's only lacking in armor, however 70 isn't that bad, and the melee defense could be a little higher as well. Now these stats are great if we compare them to some of the other melee specialist heroes like the Empire Captain. The Captain might have a little more armor, but the Skin Wolf outclasses him in pretty much every other department. Exactly the same goes for the Thane, better armor and defense, but outclassed in every other statistic. The Skin Wolf shares the most similarities with the Gorebull, known as one and if not the best melee hero in the game. The Gorebull has a better charge bonus, more armor and more hit points, but even this hero is getting outclassed in attack, leadership and defense. The weapon strength is the same for both units though. Just like the Gorebull, the Skin Wolf is quite expensive in battles. Without any extra abilities he will cost 1k to bring. Let's take a look at his base traits and abilities though, because it gets even better. The Skin Wolf first of all benefits from 20% resistance against physical attacks and 15% missile resistance. It's also able to cause fear and the hero encourages nearby units. It's also one of the few heroes with access to Vanguard deployment. This means that you're able to deploy him anywhere on the map, which is great considering his speed as well. This makes him perfect for outflanking the enemy battle lines. The Skin Wolf also has access to regeneration, one of the most powerful traits in the game. This will make him able to replenish his hit points in battle and will keep him longer in the fight. The Skin Wolf also has access to the passive ability Frenzy. This will give him some nice combat buffs while his leadership is above 50%. You're able to equip 3 extra abilities in battles as well though. First of all, Deadly Onslaught and Foe Seeker. These abilities will grant extra speed and vigor and a better charge bonus and more armor piercing damage. His unique ability is one of the two from the skill tree on the campaign, Ruinous Flesh. This will grant all nearby allies extra armor and missile resistance. It's a constant effect and that makes it very powerful on the battlefield. Let's put these stats to the test in some battles though. Let's see if the Skin Wolf is any good against other lords and heroes. Now do keep in mind that there's a luck factor involved here, as sometimes characters will force each other to fall on the ground, receiving extra hits. I replayed all these battles multiple times though to make sure the outcome was correct. I also used all characters without extra abilities to keep things easy to test and compare. Meanwhile, you're seeing an Empire Captain getting absolutely smashed by the Skin Wolf here. The armor piercing damage definitely counts for something in this fight. The Skin Wolf is actually able to easily defeat any melee hero in a one-on-one engagement. The Bretonnian Paladin, the Dwarven Thane and the Exalted hero for Chaos, they're all getting wrecked by this Norscan hero. This is mostly due to his armor piercing damage and his regeneration abilities. Things get harder when he fights other armor piercing dealing characters like the Gorbul though. This is actually a very even fight as you can see. In some battles the Gorbul wins, in others the victory goes to the Skin Wolf. The werewolf also has a harder time against the Banshee because of its physical resistance and ability to deal AP damage as well. Overall though, the Skin Wolf is still an extremely powerful one-on-one combatant, even able to defeat a couple of legendary lords like Grimgor from time to time. Let's put him against some normal units now though. Against some Empire swordsmen, the hero does quite well, however it does take quite a lot of damage as you can see. Do not forget that the Skin Wolf counts as a large unit though. He's having a much harder time against anti-large units like these Empire Spearmen. He even loses this fight against those weak units. It gets really nasty when he has to go up against some Demigryph Knights with halberds, very elite anti-large units. The Demigryphs will completely destroy the Skin Wolf here as you can see. A fight against the anti-infantry non-armor piercing damage dealing Empire Knights is actually much easier though and results in an easy win for the Skin Wolf. Interestingly enough, these battles will deliver pretty much the exact same results with the Gorbul. The Gorbul managed to get the same result as the Skin Wolf in every single fight. This means that they're basically the same kind of hero, extremely powerful against enemy lords and heroes and very deadly against normal infantry units. They are vulnerable against anti-cavalry units like spearmen and some cavalry units though, like the Demigryph with halberd, and they're also very easy to kill with missile units, however the extra missile protection does help a bit here. Still, be sure to give this hero a try, because it's one of the best melee specialists in the game right now in my opinion. Also make sure to use its speed, regeneration and vanguard deployment to your advantage to quickly get him in and out of fights when you need it. So that's all from me today. Hopefully you found this overview useful. If you have any suggestions for heroes I should do next, please let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you have any feedback or improvements for this series, be sure to let me know in the comments as well. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye.